Cowboys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Chubb on second down. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside. They can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Green 39!
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. From the gun, Mayfield. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Fourth down, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And able to work his way down to the 16. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway from 8 yards out, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Gun. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 52 yards. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now Austin. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it down.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Prescott. He'll let it fly for... He's got a man. Complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch and 8. Switch and 8.
Prescott on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half, Mayfield forced out to his left. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. First down, Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
A second down throw for Prescott. And a pressure gets to him again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Austin's got it left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And again, it's Chubb. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up 4th. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the Browns getting set to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They run it again with Chubb. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he's got this down to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Throwing here, Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And out across midfield down to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This looks like a free play for Prescott. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.